how to build confidence as a business owner, which that is what you are. Being a nail tech, you are a business owner. We're going to talk about exactly how to do that right now on the Biz Talk. Building confidence in slugging you in the jaw. I think
it's a good thing I can freaking move like
that.
a butterfly, bro.
Sting like a bee. Dude, don't even quote Muhammad Ali, bro. Move like a butterfly, sting like a bee. Just grab you, dude, and take you down. Just choke you out, dude. How you feel about that?
I'll just slug you with a bat while you're not looking. Game over.
Well, I guess that's one way of solving that problem. We'll take care of that real quick. Okay. This, again, our team, pulls from comments and questions. And this is one that came up, how to build confidence as a business owner, which most nail technicians are. If you're coming out of beauty school and you are booth renting, which the majority of our customers are booth renters. They're not like full salons, but booth renting is a huge part of our customer base all around the world. You're in. You are officially starting your own business, and that is scary. Like, it's insane because I think it's one of the most insane things, because as a nail technician coming out of school, not only do you have to learn technique, not only do you have to learn speed, which is really hard on its own, but you have to learn how to run a business. And so building confidence, for somebody that is not confident right now, they're wondering, how in the heck do I do this?
Yeah.
How do I even start the process of becoming confident as a business owner? I mean, I have my opinions, bro. What do you think? What's your take on this? This is right up our alley, by the way.
Yes. Look, I mean, I'll admit I wasn't always confident in what I did because I wasn't good at it. I think most of the stuff that I work on, especially as a beginner, your confidence levels are low because you're just going through a learning process. But
yeah,
look, at the end of the day, that process that's the part of growth, and that's how you get better and build confidence, is by seeking out advice from people who know the right answers and who are going to help guide you. And then, obviously practicing the right things. And then, obviously when you be able to build the right skills, your level of confidence obviously shoots through the ceiling.
For someone who is like trying to do this, for the first time, like everything Greg is saying is 100% just right on the money. In my opinion, it's so accurate. We've had the benefit of having experiences of, like, we try something, it doesn't work. We try it again, it doesn't work. We try it again, it doesn't work. And then it starts to work a little bit. And then we keep trying and it starts to work and we start figuring it out. So we have the benefit of having that experience and going through it and knowing what it takes, and along the way, you build a little bit of confidence each time. For somebody that's brand new, like for somebody that hasn't ever started a business and experienced any type of success, it could be like
demoralizing.
Oh my God, demoralizing. Like you're constantly frustrated. You feel like you're running into walls. How the hell do I do this? Not quite understanding that it does take time.
It does. And look, if you're as ADD as me, it is like a challenge because I have a very difficult time trying to organize. One of the things that has helped me is just kind of getting organized before I practice. right? So whatever I like to practice, I like to get all my stuff ready, and then that way I'm well equipped and I know exactly what I have to do in order to have success. Doesn't mean I'm always going to be successful practicing. Like with everything I do, there's a constant struggle learning new things. And but I believe that if you're organized, that helps
Huge.
a lot.
Yeah, big time.
For those of you guys who have never started a business, you probably have 1,000 thoughts going through your head. You need to seek advice from people who were very successful with their businesses, and that usually takes a business plan. I remember when I was in my early 20s and I was trying to get this off the ground.
Yeah.
Dude, I used to go to the bookstores and, buy books on how to write a business plan.
Totally.
I thought that's I need to learn how to do that. But then you get it and it's like, this is 500 pages. How the heck am I going to write a 500-page business plan? It's like, you don't need to do that. And I know you have really great ideas on how to do that, but it's a matter of just getting organized and then just keeping everything organized so that as your plan expands, you're adding to each category instead of just randomly doing a million different things.
Yeah, I think like so many people, bro, it's so true. They get caught up in this. I need this super detailed book, business plan, 500 pages. You need a business plan, but like my version of a business plan looks something like this. If I was starting, a salon, what I would start to figure out is, I go straight to what are my costs? How much is it costing me to rent this booth, rent this room?
Correct.
How much in nail supplies am I going to need?
Yep.
And then based on what each service I'm going to charge, what's my average service price? Is it going to be $50 a service? Okay. How many clients a week do I need so that I break even? What's my break even point?
That's exactly
right. And then how many clients do I need to start making
profit
and money? And that is
a good gauge to start.
A great gauge to start.
Your cost of goods.
Yep.
Your set expenses. So, your rent, your utilities. The gas you have to pay to get from home. You have a set amount of expenses that are fixed.
Yeah.
And then you have cost of goods that you're spending per month based on the materials or the services that you're going to be creating.
Right.
Then you have to figure out, how many customers you need, right, to break even.
Yep.
And how many customers are you going to need to basically start making money. And if you figure that out with whatever you do, then it gives you a great timeline to work out to be able to hit those goals.
Exactly.
It's not going to happen overnight. I remember when I started, it was like everyone always told me, you got to give it at least 3 years before everything started working. I'm like, 3 years, dude? That can't happen in 3 minutes?
Yeah. And how funny is that? Because 3 years is actually fast.
Oh, dude, 3 years is like everything. When we now plan for the year, we are planning sales 4 months in advance.
Yeah.
Sometimes, depending on how big they are. New product launches can take up to 6 to 7 months to launch.
We start planning for Black Friday in January. So just to give you an idea, that's 11 months ahead of time. Yeah. So you have to plan. And
correct.
In your business, starting out as a nail professional, you've got to understand those basic things. And a lot of people are like, well, I don't know how to do it. Yes, you do. You do. It is starting out with, and don't think it has to be perfect. No. You can tweak it as it goes. If you forget an expense, add it in later. You just want to get an idea. It's costing me, $870 a month, costs in my expenses, because my booth rent is $200 a month, and then my electricity and whatever it is like $70 a month, whatever that is.
Correct.
You just have to, try to figure out how much it is. And then, how much in merchandise are you going to be paying? But that goes into your cost of goods, like Greg's saying. We actually did a video on that, how to figure out your cost per service. You can go look that video up, and it really breaks down how to figure out your cost per service.
Use those videos.
Yeah,
Use
exactly.
those videos as a resource to be able to lock in the answers to the questions you have in your mind, for sure.
And if I need this, once you know how many clients it's going to take roughly, like Greg said, it gives you now you have something to aim for, and you're like, oh, okay, I'm not just trying to randomly pick up clients blindly. I'm going for a number, and that means let me pick up this many clients per week, and by the 5th month, I'm going to start making money. Oh my God. Okay. And then it's like, how do I pick up clients? Okay. Well, first of all, my nails have to be, I got to make sure my technique is good and my speed is good.
Where your work,
obviously start to do marketing, and we have tons of videos on how to market your work in social media.
So I was going to say, marketing is going to be one of your expenses, but there's a lot of things that Habib has taught. If you look at all the videos that he's done, that you can do that
are free.
Exactly. Having to spend a lot of money.
Exactly.
It's the time that it takes to create the content, and then learning how to spread that content evenly across all your media platforms.
Right.
That's what you have to be able to do.
Yeah, for sure. And you don't have to spend money on doing ads, Facebook ads and Instagram ads yet.
Correct.
You can create organic content and push and put it on the platforms for free. It's going to cost you time. But if you actually do this, you have created yourself a business plan.
Correct.
And that is going to give you
confidence.
It is going to give you confidence. You're going to be like, yo, I have a direction here. I have a path. I understand what it's going to take to get here now, and how much time. Okay, let me go to work now. And then I think ultimately, like working on your craft, like you're, constantly improving your nails.
Oh yeah. Look, like, at the end of the day, I wanted to say this. I mean, you and I met a few salon owners in the past that do not know how to do nails at all. And they run very successful salons because what they understand is that they know how to create a wonderful service business. So if you have great people skills, you know how to recruit, right? And I'm talking about those individuals out there who are ready to just financially just start the business, have the money to start the business. You don't have to physically learn how. It's good to know everything about it.
Sure.
You don't have to physically know it, but I think if you're well-knowledged in the nail field, right, or the beauty field, and you know how to recruit people, and you know how to give amazing services to people that want those services done in your salon, with the right plan, you could crush.
Yeah, and like even if you're, if you're like, well, I'm not a people person, and I'm not a here's the thing. You have to learn those skills.
You do.
You're in a business that requires, it is a service business. It's a lot of face-to-face, and you have to at least develop some kind of communication skills to be able to build a clientele. I always go back and talk about, like, when we first started collecting money, there was a nightmare for me of like calling people and collecting money. I was like, I don't know how to do this. I don't have the skill.
So uncomfortable.
Dude, it was so uncomfortable. I learned it. And then not only did I learn it, I got really good at it, where it was like, that was my main focus, was like, you're going to pay us when it's due, and I'm going to call you on the phone and confront it head on. I got really good at it to where people knew we got to pay our bills.
Correct.
We got to pay our bills, or else Habib's not going to ship our product. But I had to learn that skill. It wasn't naturally in me. And I think that's a good point. It's like, if you're not, if you're in the salon, if you're a salon owner and that's your business, definitely recruiting and finding nail technicians and networking, those are all key components to building, your business. I think that's huge.
Building your confidence just takes preparation, planning, organization, really key components to getting that confidence level much higher.
Yeah. And this is something we always talk about, but it's just worth repeating over and over and over again. There is no such thing as a person that's going to start their business and like go through it flawlessly. Oh. That would mean that you already have all the answers and you've been through all the experiences, and so you know what to do perfectly every time. Perfect decision. Not possible. No. So you cannot be so hard on yourself when you're going through the process and you're making wrong decisions and you're making errors and it impacts your business negatively. You have to look at that and say, okay, I screwed up. That was a wrong decision. I'm not going to do that anymore. Let me make a change, adjust, and then continue on. I think that's really, really big.
Definitely.
Yeah.
Definitely. We're here to help you guys. If you guys have questions, let us know.
Yeah, 100%. Always here as a support. Give us a call. You can email us. You can even text us questions, and we'll help you along that path. But just in final, the best way that you can build your confidence is really trying to get that plan together first, creating it, work on your skill. Making sure that your technique and your speed are solid. We've got tons of videos there. Building your clientele one client at a time. Holding on to them, learning what it takes to keep your clients, because that's another thing. You can bring them in, but keeping them is a whole nother thing. You've got to learn these skills, and then finally, what we were saying is you've got to be easy on yourself in terms of when you make a mistake. Just as long as you truly do understand what caused the mistake and you're not repeating it 80 times in a row, which I've seen people do. I've seen them.
I'm guilty.
They don't, dude. I have too. It's like keep making the same mistake over and over again. It's like you got to get out of that cycle and you have to make a shift and a change. As long as you can do that, like you're going to be on the right path. And with that, we'll say, let us know in the comments below what you've done. How did you build confidence in building your business? We'd love to hear about it. And also any ideas you have for future biz talks, let us know in the comments below. Greg, thank you so much.
Thank you.
Thank you guys for joining us. We will see you next time on the Biz Talk.